Hi, and thank you for watching us here at Tax Talk UK, where we talk about all things tax and consider other important aspects of working for yourself, being self-employed, running a small business. So today we're going to just talk through the changes announced in the spring budget this year about the default position and cash accounting. So that has caused a little bit of confusion and we've had quite a lot of questions. So I thought that we would just run through what that means today. And before I talk about that, if I could please ask, if you're new here, please do take a moment to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you'll easily be able to refer back to this information if you need to, as well as being able to access other information that we have on a whole host of different topics, all aimed at supporting you in your self-employment. So back then to the change to the default position and what this means for you, how to interpret it, and if there's anything that you need to do differently. So we've talked in other videos about the use of cash accounting. So just to be clear that we're not talking here about cash accounting for VAT, we're talking about in the context of income tax. So as a sole trader being able to complete their accounting records on a cash basis. So what this means is that you're actually, rather than accounting for the actual point of sale or the point of purchase, you're actually accounting at the point that you receive the money or the money that you pay money out, as opposed to the accrual basis, which is what we may consider a standard or normal accounting methods. So again, I won't go into that again in great detail here. It can be ideal for some people who have very simple businesses. There are some restrictions, there are some things that you can't do if you're using cash accounting. So if you're not sure whether it's best for you, then please do check out our other video on that. Today I'm just focusing on what the announcement in the spring budget actually means. So I'm just going to show you a screenshot of the self-assessment tax return. So by far, this is the easiest way of explaining. So all the announcement means in the spring budget, it doesn't mean that you've got to change anything. It doesn't mean that you've got to change from cash to accrual accounting. You can carry on doing which you have already determined is better for you to do. When you complete your self-assessment tax return, as a sole trader, you will be completing the self-employment form, and you will see here question 8. This is the 22-23 return, and question 8 is asking you, if you use cash basis, money actually received and paid out, to calculate your income and expenses, put an X in the box here. So what that is really saying is that up until the end of the 23-24 tax year, accrual accounting is the default position. So if you have been using cash accounting for income tax purposes, then you will have put the tick in the box. So you will have opted out of the default position. And if you haven't ticked that box, then HMRC will assume that you have used the accrual accounting. So in effect, the announcement in the budget, all it means is that the tick in the box will be the other way round. So if you are using standard or accrual accounting, the box will be the other way round. So you will then put the tick in the box. So if you've been putting the tick in the box to say you've been doing cash accounting, you will no longer need to put the tick in the box, because cash accounting will become the default position. And if you haven't been putting the tick in the box because you've been using accrual accounting, then you will start to put the tick in the box, because the default position is going to be cash accounting. So as you can see, it's not anything to be concerned about. It doesn't mean that you need to change actually what you're doing. It's just when you come to submit the information to HMRC in your self-assessment tax return, it just means that you need to be aware of that change to know whether you need to tick a box that you haven't been ticking or not tick a box that you have been ticking, so that all that means is the default position will be changing. So from the 24-25 tax year, HMRC will assume that you are carrying out your accounting on a cash accounting basis, unless you opt out of that by ticking the box. So there's nothing, you don't need to notify them in any other way than on your tax return. So hopefully this helps to quell some of the concerns that there's something that you need to do, something you need to be opting into, or anything like that. It's simply that you will need to notify on your self-assessment tax return, so you can carry on using the method that you are using. You don't need to change anything. It's just simply when you come to complete your self-assessment tax return. Thank you very much for watching. As I mentioned earlier, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you find the information useful, then please do take a moment to like the video. That helps us to understand which topics people do find the most useful and focus our efforts on there. Thank you. Goodbye.